I'll stop talking about it. But like they in the DLC that I was talking about, where you team up with the heroes from the other game, the hero that the main character from this game is he's on the law path, and the same thing with the Demi Fiend. He's on the True Demon path, which is very chaos centric. So that's one of the reasons why I'm like, okay, like this game is very law aligned. The law ending in this game is something to see. It is very shocking. It is very interesting. I won't spoil it or anything if you've never played it. If you do play the game, and if you watch me go, I'm going through the neutral ending. But like if you just like only play through the game once, the law ending is a good choice. So we're gonna name this guy Zayn. So, like I said, like the first 3 games cover all 3 like paths in the series. You have the neutral path in the first game, which is the canon ending, because this is a direct sequel to the neutral ending of the first game. This game is very law oriented, and Apocalypse kind of hints that this is the canon, and the law ending is the canon ending. And then it also hints that the True Demon ending is the canon ending of the third game. So we have one more plot trigger to trigger. Alright, and this is it. This is the only person that you name in the game that you can choose to let the game name it for you, and you won't get a alignment penalty. I like the question mark shaped feather on, I don't know, is that on the fortune teller's head, or is that part of the background? Yes. So, like I said, you can let the game name this character and it won't affect anything. But I'm going to go ahead and do this. And I know pretty much everything in the game that affects your alignment, because I played through the entire game, wrote everything down, and I put an FAQ up on GameFAQs about the alignment in this game and what, like, the major shifts and things like that, because that information was not present anywhere that I could find, and it irritated the hell out of me. And like the information I could find, some of it was just outright wrong. So let's visit all these NPCs. Let's get some dancing in. One of the hilarious things about this game, I think, is that they hint strongly, they kind of imply that Hawk is an amazing dancer. So that sprite in the middle there, that is the Bodicodian, I think, from the first game, or the Maneater, I forget. And if you walk over here in the corner, there is a Bodicodian dancing. There's also a Maneater in here, I think, but I'm not gonna go like through all of this. There's just that one NPC in there. If you go all the way in that corner over there where that door is, you can just barely see it. That's a sound test, and you can listen to the sounds in the game. Not sounds, music. You can listen to the soundtrack. But we don't need to do that right now. I just wanted to point it out to you. Like I said, can't go into any of the shops. Oh, one major upgrade from the first game is if you hit the L button, you go directly to your map, which is really good. And in here we have the casino, which we can't do anything with right now because Akamoto stops us. So can't do anything there. So you say. This is the appraiser. They will tell you all kinds of vital information about your equipment and items. If you get like an item you don't know what it does, you can go in there and he'll tell you. If you want to see if a weapon is better than another one, for example, you have 2 swords, one of them has higher attack power. You can go and see if the other one has like more hits, which is often the case. This is Akamoto's gym. There's a virtual battler here. You can go in there and do it if you want. It is a slightly higher level virtual battler than the one over in the Valhalla town. Haneda is kind of a creep. I wonder how the virtual trainers like make your muscles bigger. Like maybe they put like resistance suits on or something, and as you move in the virtual space, you kind of run around in a pod or something. I don't know. So anyway, if we walk down here, there is a hidden scene. And I found this on my own. I couldn't find any reference to it anywhere in any of the FAQs I found. I was just like rubbing the edges of the map trying to recruit a demon, and I just found him. So basically, Akamoto owes a lot of money. He's got a gambling problem. So we're going to gain levels really, really quickly here, and my goal is there is one demon in particular I want to recruit. It is the High Pixie. Be very careful. These guys might kill me. Okay, no, we're good. And that should actually get me a level. Alright, which fills up my hit points. There's my High Pixie. Now, the first time you talk to a High Pixie, you're pretty much guaranteed for them to say, oh, you can understand me? Sure. We're going to persuade it. I'll be worth it, man. Sure. Yeah, I've got mag. Yeah, okay, you can have that magic stone back. Alright. I actually got a little unlucky because, like I said, they have a really high chance for them to go, oh, you can understand me? Well, then how about I join you? And then you've got like a 70-30 chance or something like that for them to just outright join you. And sometimes they'll change their mind and if you get unlucky. Here's the other demon around here that you can recruit. Yeah, this is basically what happens with the pixie sometimes. I won't be too broken up if I don't get a knocker. The pixie is the important one. But if you come across a knocker, you have a really high chance of getting one as long as you're friendly. Just like that. So if you go over here, this building right here, first of all, these buildings are vaguely shaped like penises. But this building on the left is the tunnel to center. We can't go do anything in there. There is, however, a manor in there if you need to fuse demons. And this is the terminal building. There's a Messia if you need healing, and a terminal. We're going to go in real fast. But we don't need to do anything right now. I'm doing alright. What is my level? 8. I still have really low mag, so I want to get some mag before we go on. So let's go up here. Now you can see where it's green and blue. That means there's no random battles here, but when it turns red and yellow, there is. And basically, the faster it cycles, the higher the encounter rate. And just like the first game, if you have a demon and you talk to other demons of the same kind, you don't have to fight them. They will give you an item or money and leave. You cannot recruit dark-type demons in this game. That Poltergeist is a dark demon. Pretty much any zombies are dark-type demons. That big group of like headbirds were dark-type demons. At this point in the game, pretty much the only two demons you can recruit are the Pixie and the Knocker. So I didn't talk about stats before, so let's do that real quick. I meant to talk about them while we were in the intro, but, well, you know, I got distracted complaining about the game. So there's 6 stats in the game. They work identically to the way they did in the first game. You have Strength, Int, Mag, Stamina. Strength, Intellect, Magic, Stamina, Speed, and Luck. Strength raises your max HP and your attack power. And it also raises your hit. Strength is probably the most important stat for Hawk. Intellect raises your magic effect and has some effect on your demon negotiation. Demon negotiation in this game is a little more complex than it was in the first game, but it is still largely random. And the higher your intellect, it seems to have a more positive effect on outcomes. Magic raises your magic power. Magic power raises the damage that damaging spells does. By the way, magic effect raises the chance that status spells will go through. The hero learns no magic, just like the first game. So these 2 stats are mostly useless for the magic power and magic effect boosting things. I am going to be putting some points in intellect for the recruitment thing. Stamina raises your defense and max hit points. Speed raises your hit percentage and evasion. And luck raises several stats, but it takes like 4 points to get 1 point. And supposedly also increases your chance to get items after battle. Largely, I'm going to be putting points into strength. So, anyway.